Hey baseball, softball fans, Sam here with Hit Run Steal. Today we're going to talk about our sprinter start position on our mound. Every single pitch starts with a good start off the mound. When we're going into our pitch, in order to create any kind of speed, any kind of velocity, and accuracy as well, because our pitching motion is such a sequence of events, we have to have a good drive off this mound, and we've got to be explosive. The more explosive we can be as a pitcher, the better off our mechanics are going to be. All right, so when I talk about our sprinter start, now we are allowed to have a start here with our right foot on the front, depending on what kind of league you're in. So go ahead and look this up for yourselves. Some leagues you can have your right foot on the front if you're right-handed and our left foot touching the back of the rubber, and we can go into a step back start, or we can go ahead and have this left foot starting off the rubber here and our right foot on the front and have a start back. We can still as well start from this position and shoot from this position as well. But it is a little bit harder to get into more of a sprinter start, in my opinion, if we start really close together unless we're a smaller athlete. The taller we are, the more this really helps us in our pitch. All right, so I'm gonna show you a start back position, and then I'll show you how to get into the same position from a step back position as well. All right, so I'm gonna get my right foot set here on the front of this rubber. For me, I like to set up my foot right in the center of this mound because it allows me to shoot straight at my target. So I don't like to be offset to the right or to the left. Then I'm gonna take my left foot back here, just like I would if I was going to sprint off of a base, right? So if I'm gonna sprint forward and I'm gonna race, this is the position that I'm gonna be in, and that's kind of what you wanna look for. So you wanna make sure that you're in a position where if somebody said, okay, sprint, you can really fire off that mound and sprint forward. So that's why they call this a sprinter start. Two things that we're gonna focus on when we get into this position. One, we wanna start nice and relaxed because the main name of the game here is to save our energy. When we're a pitcher, it's a very long game. We're gonna be throwing a lot of pitches. We do not wanna be getting in this kind of position or anything that's gonna wear us out entirely, right? So we wanna save some energy. We're gonna start nice and tall. What we wanna focus on in this sprinter start, you can have however kind of windup you want, but all we wanna do is make sure that when we get here, we are going to sprint forward. So two things we want to look for. When we go to drive off this mound, this heel on our right foot, if we're a righty, or our left foot if we're a lefty, is up, okay? And what that causes, which is going to be the second thing we want to look for, is this knee to get over our toe. What that does here is it allows us to stay in flexion when we drive. And so see how my knee is in flexion? And that automatically puts me into that stacking position, and now I am in control with my backside, and I'm able to get it to push forward and get that front side resistance and drive through that front side resistance to create more speed and velocity through my pitch. All right, so that sprinter start does a lot for my foundation when it comes to pitching. So once again, I wanna make sure I can have whatever windup I want, but when I get here, I want that heel up and that knee over my toe. So when I drive, I'm staying connected through my backside, and I'm really feeling that energy driving me forward. I hope this helps.